Hello, Time Lords, aliens, humans, companions, whatever you want to be. Welcome to my video on my complete collection of all of my replicas from the show. I said it'd be coming, I didn't say when, so here it is. But yeah, so welcome to this video. I hope you enjoy it. It's going to be a long one, but you know, expect that. There's a lot to get through. But yeah, so let's get into it. We don't need a big introduction. So we're going to start off with the with this one here. That's the second Doctor Sonic screwdriver from the War Games. But I have just noticed that for some reason we're actually this is black and white, and I just don't understand it really. I don't have a clue what's going on. We'll take a look at the replica first, and then I'll try and sort it out at the end. It's probably because it's from the 60s, that's probably why. So here is the Sonic pen light, or the second Doctor Sonic screwdriver. Originally modelled off a Ever-Ready pen light, which were big in the 60s, especially used in the war as well. And on the original ones, Ever-Ready was inscribed on the clip. Of course, this isn't a proper Ever-Ready one, so it doesn't have it on there, but yeah. People that are lucky enough to have the Ever-Ready one, fair play to you. Like I just showed you there, though, it lights up, but it's the original sort of yellow lights that they used to have, like bulbs, rather than white LED lights, so that's cool as well. And there we go, we've got the accurate white nib, and that iconic cyan blue that you don't actually see in the show, it being black and white. It was only revealed when the third Doctor used it in, I can't remember what it was, I can't remember which episode it was used in there, but it was the next model up from this one, I believe, which had the blue cap instead of it just being white, so yeah. But there we go, for some reason it's still black and white, so let me click and hopefully it'll change. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3. Whew, and we're back, guys. Wow, okay, we're back to reality now. We're back in colour. Brilliant. Of course, rewatching over some of that, I will realise, I do realise, of course, that I'm saying that it's got a yellow light, and I'm saying that it's cyan blue, but you might not believe me, joke, because it was in black and white, but I can assure you that is the right colours. It's just that we were a little bit in the 60s with that particular footage. It was footage that my great ancestors, Nerdvold Senior, he grabbed a TARDIS, went back in time, filmed it, and then came back and gave me the footage. So, anyway, I'm joking. I'm just rambling. Anyway, but yeah. So we're back to reality now. Well, I say reality. We're still actually in the 70s. This is the Pertwee 1, used by the third Doctor, John Pertwee, and this debuted in the Sea Devils. Now, this particular one is the alternate Pertwee one, with the upside down bullet emitter, and the theory behind this was basically that this was from, I think, Captain Scarlet, and then from here to here, minus all of the artwork or whatever, the stickers and stuff, was a Thunderbirds prop, and the BBC acquired both parts to make the Sonic, and that's how it came about. But as you can see there, we've got that sort of burgundy red halo there with the brass on the inside, the bullet there with the spacer. Then we've got a little gap there, if you can see that. And then the cone with the red, the helter-skelter thing, which I think is really cool. The activation ring, which of course was pristine at this point. The classic, if you'll pardon the classic era pun, 3 rings, which is reminiscent on a prop that I'll be showing you a bit later on. And then, of course, we've got the handle, which I always say in every single video, it looks like a lightsaber hilt to me. And if you've been watching the Obi-Wan Kenobi series lately, just divulging quickly from Doctor Who there, the Obi-Wan Kenobi series is absolutely fantastic. It blew my mind from basically the first second of the first episode. It blew my mind. I've rewatched it multiple times, purely because it's just such an amazing series. I think it's my favourite Star Wars series at the moment, so if you haven't watched it, watch it. But anyway, back to Doctor Who. So there's the handle with the infamous shear with the grub screw at the bottom. This was made by Pointy End Props, and they did a damn fine job on it as well, if I do say so. And of course, it does pull down as well, so that's pretty awesome. Now, of course, there will be loads of shout-outs in this video, because so many people from the community have made some of these Sonics that I now own, and I think it's brilliant. You know, even if they're not completely accurate, it's fantastic to own Sonics made by people that care so much about the show through the community. So, yeah, there will be a fair few shout-outs. But, there we go. That is the third Doctor's Pertwee 1. Now on to the next one. Alright, now here we have the Pertwee 2. This was used by, obviously, John Pertwee again, the third Doctor. This was actually debuted in Colony in Space. So this one was the one that was used in his later series. And this would eventually become the fourth Doctor Sonic Screwdriver, with obviously a few differences. So we've got the halo here, which is chili red, as you can see. The same paint that Nick uses, and it's brass on the inside, not painted on the inside, and it's brass. The bullet, and then we got the magnet on this one now, with a red screw, if you can see that, chili red screw. This time the collar is touching the halo, which I think is much better, makes it look more sleek that way. No artwork, no stickers, no painting there. The activation ring is still pristine on mine, I chose to have it that way. Three rings there as well, the black rings. And then the handle is completely bare now, just like it is for the fourth and the fifth Doctor Sonic. So yeah, we've got this little cutout there though as well, a little ring, and then the infamous shear with the grub screw there as well. I don't really know what the design intention was for that, but there we go. And this one does of course extend as well to reveal the black neck. Now I do believe that this was a custom piece made, because it was, I asked him, RB Replicas, to make this for me. So what he did was he got all the fourth Doctor parts and made the Pertwee 2, because from the fourth Doctor parts it's quite easy to make a Pertwee 2. All you have to do is make the rod that goes inside this slightly smaller, so that the collar touches the halo perfectly. And that's basically how it was done. And then obviously this, I mean, he doesn't make brass halos normally, you have to pay extra for the brass halo. The brass halo makes all the difference, because it adds a little bit of extra heft to it, and of course heft can go a very long way with replicas. So yeah, so that's really it. I mean, I am going to be a bit quick with these, probably going to be like 2-minute segments here and there, just talking a bit about the props, because I don't want to go on too much, because you've seen them in the individual videos. But you know, there will be a video at the end of all of them together, so you can see them all. But yeah, there we go. So that's that one. On to the next one. And here we go, guys. This one is the next one. It does look a bit similar to the last one that we looked at. However, this one is the fourth Doctor Sonic Screwdriver, and it actually is a rubber toe one as well. Now I'm just going to add the keys in to this one, because I didn't add them in the other ones, because these are obviously a big part of my collection. So here we have this is what I display with the fourth Doctor Sonic. This is the fourth Doctor key. If you look closely at his neck, this is the most accurate shape for his key. So you can see it's got all the triangles there. These keys are dubbed the shovel keys, because they look like shovels. And on the back there we've got the constellation of Gusterberus, which is of course constellation where Gallifrey resides. So, in other words, it's coordinates for Gallifrey, basically. In case he forgets his home. But yeah, so that's his key. And the one I forgot to show you with, oh, that's magnetic, by the way, as well. So oh, it's a bit stuck there. Bloody hell, that is a very strong magnet, by the way, just to let you know. This one I was going to show you with the Pertwee Sonics, but I forgot. This is what I display with the Third Doctor Sonic. This is an absolutely fantastic. This is my favourite shovel key. This one and the other one that I just showed you are pewter casted keys. This one, however, was a 1970s cast, so this was a replica in the 1970s. It's held its sort of, I don't know what you call it, looks, I suppose, and integrities since then. Pewter does, though, it has that effect. And this shovel key was actually designed by John Pertwee. So John Pertwee himself drew up this design of a shovel with this bit at the top, and drew this symbol on the back, which until it got authorised by the BBC, it was just a symbol that he drew. Then they decided to call it the constellation of Kasterborous, which we then later found out is obviously where Gallifrey resides, the galaxy where Gallifrey resides. So basically, John Pertwee designed the constellation from where Gallifrey is, and also designed the iconic shovel keys. So yeah, this is the one I used to display with the Third Doctor in it. It's very strong as well. They do say pewter bends, but this is very strong, nice and thick as well, and it's got a very nice weight to it. So yeah, this was sold to me by a good friend, Tommy, his name is. I'll put his Instagram in the description below. Follow him, great guy. The other key though, the one I just showed you, the one that got caught by the magnet, this one I actually won on eBay. It was on eBay, and I was fighting for it for ages, and I eventually won it. I don't know if anybody in the community bid on it, but if you did, sorry. But anyway, let's look at the Sonic itself. We've got the keys out of the way. I felt like the keys were the most important thing then. But no, it's not. The Sonic isn't it? So here's the Roboto Replica's 4th Doctor Sonic, and it's awesome. I had a little bit of bad luck with my emitter though. It's a bit wonky, as you can see. And I don't think Nick has the time to sort it out. And to be honest, I don't really want to send it back anyway, because it doesn't bother me. So in fact, it adds to the weathering, if anything. So, and as you can see, the weathering as well. If I can zoom in a little bit better for you, you can see the weathering on the halo there, and you can see the red screw and the powerful magnet. I mean, there you go. You can actually lift that up in the air and have it dangling. Very strong magnet. The emitter head also extends as well a little bit, which I believe was done in the Hand of Fear and Genesis of the Daleks, I believe. So that's, you know, pretty awesome. The black neck piece here, if I can get it, is weathered as well, as you can see. And then we've got the collar with the weathered. Now this is where the activation ring starts to get weathered now. So there you go. The white is obviously to mimic the metal corrosion. Got 3 rings there. And then of course we've got the body here with the infamous shear again. So I can probably zoom out a bit now. So you can get a better look at it. So there you go. Pretty awesome, isn't it? So that's the 4th Doctor's, made by Roboto. All right, on to the next one. Let's go. All right, this will be the quickest segment I've ever done. Was going to include this with the 4th Doctor's, but I thought it deserves its own slot, even if it was shown for a few seconds. But yeah, this is the Romana Sonic, used in the Horns of Nymon for a couple of seconds and then never used again, ever. But it is still a unique and frankly awesome take on the classic Sonic, to be fair. So much so that the Doctor does sort of comment on it, actually. Although he does call it a bit basic, doesn't he? But, yeah. So there you go. That's Lady Romana Sonic. On to the next one. That was very short. And here we go. We've got the 5th Doctor Sonic screwdriver. And this one, of course, is awesome. So as you can see, this now has the bright red halo, the bright red magnet, but a silver screw. The black net piece has been restored back to its former glory, but the activation ring now is completely white on this one. Like so, and then we've got 3 rings, and then the body there as well. This one doesn't have any black stuff blocking the springs, so you can see the springs there, the Eternals, which actually was what it was like on set, so it's not too bad. And then the shear again, and it does of course extend. It's important to note that these RB ones do actually stand up as well, so you don't technically need stands with them, even though it's nice to have stands with them. But yeah, obviously this is an RB one, so I'll put RBs in the RB's Instagram in the link description as well. So yeah, that's the 5th Doctor's. Awesome replica, to be fair. But yeah, let's move on. Here is the next one, the 8th Doctor Sonic screwdriver from the Night of the Doctor. This, fun fact, this is actually my very first ever replica that I ever bought, and it's also been held by Paul McGann now as well, so that's a very good big accomplishment for me. But yeah, as you can see, you got the nice silver emitter there with the powder coated gloss bullet, red bullet with the well, it's red the whole way through. Then we've got that silver bit there, silver bit here, the activation ring, which isn't the activation source anymore. The 3 lines, but not painted black. And then the handle, obviously, is completely different to the other classic Sonics. It's just one sort of big tube with a brass bit in the middle, separating it all. So that's fantastic. Then we've got a little line there, and then nothing on the back. This is an absolutely beautiful Sonic, and like I said in my other videos, it's joint first my favourite classic era prop, along with the Pertwee 2. So flicking this, if it will work, hopefully, there we go, extends the Sonic to allow us to see this hidden bit here, and to make the Sonic taller. And probably, when it's closed, it's probably not active, you know, you can't activate it, and then when it's open, that's when it's fully ready to go. But yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. I love it. So that's the 8th Doctor's. Let's move on to the modern era. And here we have the great Sonics now. We're on to the RTD era. This is the wide slider, and this was, obviously the video was out for this last week. But it's just absolutely fantastic. I mean, down from the, if it will show it there, hopefully it will. Down from the emitter head there, all the way up to the body, which is of course weathered, because it's replicating the last time it was used. So it's weathered so that there's hardly any blue strip in it. In fact, there isn't any, that's just paint. So literally the blue strip's gone from this particular model. And then of course we've got the activation button, and voila, we have a light. And of course it does slide up, being the wide slider, the first sliding Sonic. So it slides up to reveal the awesome cracked CT Glory blue and red wires slider channel. Now of course this is a CT conversion, so that's why I said CT Glory. So it works in any position, and of course you can do that. Wouldn't recommend it with the wide slider though, because it's a lot stronger than the Aztecs, but it's still a little bit temperamental. But yeah, there you go. It's very bright as well. So yeah, but it's awesome. It's my favourite Sonic. It's my favourite RTD Sonic that I own so far, and I own 3 at the moment. So it is my favourite, and it probably will continue to be my favourite, to be honest. Will I get an updated one day? I don't know, to be honest. I'm quite happy with this one, actually. We'll see. We will see what happens. But yeah, there you go. That is the wide slider. So yeah, on to the next one. Taking a short break from Sonics there. Now we're going to go to this, which is my possibly third now after I've received the pen. I think it's probably my third favourite, to be honest. Third favourite replica of all time. Of course, we all know what the first is, because I keep saying it, and I will keep saying it forever more than a day. The first is the laser, and nothing is ever going to change that for me personally. Even if the 14th Doctor Sonic is fantastic, or the new 10th Doctor Sonic is amazing, mind-blowing, the laser will always be my favourite prop of all time. But the fact that I have the pen and the lipstick now will mean that when the laser comes that I've ordered, I'll have my top 3 favourite replicas of all time. So I will literally be ready, which I won't, don't worry, but I'll be happy if I don't get anything for like a year or 2 after that, because I've got my 3 favourite things. But of course, don't worry, I will be getting things, but it will slow down, because of course it's a lot of money, this replica game, so it will slow down quite a lot. So you'll notice there'll be a lot less Doctor Who videos and probably more cheaper replicas like Harry Potter franchises and stuff like that, after I've got the laser and the big ones from other places. So it will go quiet after I've got the ones I want, basically. I'd say maybe this year and next year it's going to be Doctor Who replica fueled, and then possibly from 2024 for the foreseeable, until I can, you know, squeeze a bit of money in the savings for it and stuff like that. If rare things come out, obviously I'll get them. But if something comes out that's going to be released again, or that's nobody's buying, so that literally it's going to be in stock forever, I'll wait, personally. But yeah, anyway, here is the Sonic lipstick used by the late, great Elizabeth Sladen, aka Sarah Jane Smith. Now, this, like the pen, which is really weird, actually, very weird now I think about it, I never owned the toy of this. I used my friend's toy once, because I was jealous, because I wanted it, but it was too much money by the time I managed to get it. Because when it first came out, I hate to say it, but I wasn't actually interested in Sarah Jane. I didn't really know who she was at that point when I was younger. I'd only seen her in that one episode, that David Tennant episode, so I didn't really know who she was. So when it got released, I didn't really, you know, think about it. And then obviously I looked into it and I thought, you know what, actually a Sonic lipstick is bloody brilliant. And I went to look for the toy and it was all sold out. And then eventually it came on eBay for like £100. My dad was like, no, forget it. So I never got it, and my friend had it, and I was really jealous, and I tried to buy it from him, but he said no. He's got rid of it now, but But to own an actual replica, and this is a real Estee Lauder lipstick as well, it's a real case, it's just fantastic, and it's an absolute tribute to Elizabeth Sladen. I think she'd be honoured that we have these on our shelves, because it's such a stunning replica. And of course, if she was still alive, and she would definitely be doing cons without a doubt, I would have loved to have got her to hold this in a photo. That would have been my dream come true. If I can go back in time, that's what I'd do. I'd go and see Liz and get her to hold this and have a photo, a proper one, and I would have cherished that photo forever more than a day. So it obviously works like an actual lipstick. You just twist it up. Don't worry, I don't have experience with this. I used to just see my mum do it, so that's how I know how to activate. I mean, it's pretty easy to activate a lipstick anyway, to be honest. But yeah, so there we go. There it is. And this is what I was saying earlier about the 3 lines. It's reminiscent of the classic era Sonics, which is fitting considering she was with Pertwee first and then Baker, Tom Baker. So in the 60s, in the 70s and 80s. So yeah. And then of course we've got the red emitter here as well, which is awesome. So yeah. Activation buttons here. Press that, micro switch, and it lights up. It also has the 2 sounds. There you go. Well, the 2 pitches, should I say. The same sound, 2 pitches. It's not the accurate sound, by all accounts. However, Sonic Cannon, look. However, it gives me classic era vibes, which, at the end of the day, is the best tribute to Liz, isn't it? So, yeah. So there you go. That's the Sonic lipstick, my 3rd favourite replica of Doctor Who, and probably of all time, to be fair. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. Back to the Sonics. And here we go, back to the Sonics, back to reality, as some would say. This is, of course, the intermediate, which is what it used to be called. Obviously, I've been told off for calling it that. You know who you are. The Tri-Slided Aztec is its, of course, new official name. Tri-Slider because of the 3 screws on the slider plate. That's why it was given its new name, which I think is awesome. I absolutely love the slider plate. I think that's the best feature of this particular variant. It's just so unique and such a cool design. Of course, the main big screw there is the one that activates the light. It's just the light, no sound with this one either. I forgot to mention that with the wide slider, but you'd have gathered that there's no sound with it. No light with it. Yeah, no sound with it. The wires aren't twisted in this one, which does bug me, because it just looks a bit sort of lazily done. But there's nothing I can do about it, and I'm not going to dismantle it to do it myself, because I'd break it. So, but it is a shame. But there we go. The emitter here is, of course, also reminiscent to the One Company one. However, it's not actually, because it's a little bit more accurate to the show than the One Company one was, but it gives you similar vibes anyway. And then, of course, we got it's a more creamer body to its successor and predecessors. Almost reminds me of the Cream Aztec, to be honest. But yeah, the only downfall is this hideous end cap here, which, you know, it's chipped and everything. So yeah, it's the only downfall really. But yeah, there's the intermediate. Love it. Brilliant part of the collection, to be fair. And here are the next 2 replicas. Of course, I had to put these 2 together. The true partners in crime, if you'll pardon the pun. We've got the Series 4 replica made by Roberto, and used, of course, by David Tennant in his last series. And ultimately, I believe this was the one that was given to him at the end as well to keep. What he's done with it and if it's still in good condition, I don't know, but and that's what I mean by a perfectly coiled wire, which is perfect. Same with the wide slider. The tri-slider just lacks that. And turning to features for this, of course, this one does have the sound. Let's see if we can do that. There you go. So yeah, that's the 10th, and then the new one, the very new prop that came literally yesterday, is the sonic pen. That's, yeah, take that out of the frame for a second so you can get a closer sort of look. There you go. There we go. So you can see the emitter there, and of course it does as well. Hopefully, if it will focus, it does slide up, and it does light up as well. So again, no sound with this one, but that's okay, we don't mind. And then well, it looks like a normal pen from obviously the top there down. But yeah, so the clip acts as a slider plate as well as the button at the bottom. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. So that is the sonic pen, and of course the rubber toe Series 4. On to the next props. And here is the next one, the Celestial Toy Store 11th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver. And what a beaut it is. Right from the top here to the cage section, which is slightly raised, the copper, the CT leather, the micro switch, the yellow button, not the yellow button, sorry, the yellow resin bit here, and then of course the grub screw, and then we get the awesome end cap with the fantastically done button there with all the swirls that you can see for your heart's content there. Now for features, it does obviously light up and make a sound. It's just the one sound, and the thumb extension is fantastic with this one. So there it is extended. You can see the emitter a bit better now. You can see the cores as well. And then there's what I like to call the Capaldi, because he always used to have it like that, didn't he, when he extended it? It was very rare that it was like that, to be honest. And let's see if it works here. You didn't really get to see that, did you? It's hard to get it on the... Hopefully it captured that. If it didn't, I'll do a separate video at the end for you to see that. But hopefully it did. Now, if you hold on a second, I have a little surprise for you. And I'm back, and here we have the red setting, which of course is from Cold War. And it does light up red as well for you to see. one last surprise. Be right back. And there we go. Torch mode. Now this of course was don't know if the torch mode was actually shown on this particular model. I know it was on the 12th, but I don't know if it was on the 11th. However, it's still awesome, and of course all three of these emitters that you've seen, the green one, the red and the white, were all made by Gene. So yeah, there you go. That's pretty much the 11th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver with some awesome emitters. Quickly, I'm going to do it in this video just to save time, I think, because it's the same thing anyway, so might as well. The Shark-Eaten Sonic, made by my good friend, the Sonic Screwdriver editor. Fantastic guy. His Instagram will be in the description below as well. Makes these, they're absolutely fantastic. Made out of resin. I believe he's got other ventures as well on the way. So pressing this micro switch, of course, activates the light, which is the old-fashioned green, and it's fantastic. So there you go. There's another little surprise for you that I thought I'd add into this segment. So I hope you enjoy. On to the next one. And here we have the amazing 12th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver by Roboto Replicas. That got a bit stuck to the thing there. But there you go. The absolutely fantastic Sonic there. The bigger they get, the harder they are to look at, but there's the green setting, the blue, Dr. Disco, and the pulsating one. Awesome settings for an awesome Sonic, basically. Then we've got the crystal. If it will, I don't know if it will focus. I don't think it will focus, but there's the crystal. Then we've got the fantastic confession dial there, made by Roboto Replicas as well. It's the open one, so you can take that off to reveal the inside, which has a beautiful Gallifreyan symbol there, and it's pretty awesome, really. That's the piece there. I always like to line it up, but yeah, so there's the confession dial. Nice little replica for the 12th Doctor. And then to finish off the 12th Doctor, we have, of course, the neural block that was used in the same episode as the confession dial was shown in. Well, one of the episodes that it was shown in. And, of course, the same episode where his Sonic was introduced to us as well. So, yeah, awesome. Love the Gallifreyan markings as well, like I do on most things, to be fair. It's really cool, really awesome. So that's the neural block. On to the next one. And the final Sonic is this, which is the 13th Doctor's Sonic screwdriver, used by, well, the 13th Doctor. No, but in all seriousness, whatever anybody says about the Sonic, the replica is fantastic. I mean, the replica is absolutely stunning. The heft is brilliant. The design, I mean, the detail that's gone into it is absolutely, the crystal's fantastic there. The crystal's awesome. This sort of resin crystalline bits are fantastic as well. So yeah, it's all brilliant, and not to mention the where is it? There, the Sheffield steel stamp that's put on it. This, like the keys, is pewter based, which is really cool, and that's what spins it, and that is what lights it up. Another lightless one, soundless one, this one. But the sound, the light, you know, goes into every single crevice of the crystalline bits. So it's fantastic. I mean, all there as well. You know, my batteries are not very good at the moment. So if you do this, as you can see, the light doesn't really shine well, because the batteries are really going on it. But I mean, that is a pretty cool picture, to be fair. But yeah, so that is the 13th Sonic. So there we go. Now we've got this replica now, which is the Memorabilia crystal by LSP. Now the only reason I haven't done a video of this yet is because I'm still waiting for the stand, but I thought I'd give it a sneak peek in this collection video. So here is the LSP Memorabilia crystal, and I have to say it's absolutely fantastic. It's so good. I mean, it's such a great replica. This, so accurate. The size is accurate. The look of it, like it looks hollow, yet it's not. It's obviously deep blue, but it looks hollow, which is obviously what the real replica, the real prop, looked like. My only downfall is that I had a major machine mark there. Doesn't bother me really, because I don't display it on that side, but yeah, it's noticeable because it's not blue, it's white. But apart from that, everything else is absolutely fantastic. With the replica, it's absolutely beautiful, and if you look in some tints, it comes off a bit of a sort of purplish tint, because it's that kind of blue that would have that effect. However, the purple may be amplified a tiny bit, because I do have a light that's purple in the background. However, if that were off, you'd still get a kind of ish tint of it, which is awesome. So yeah, there's the Memorabilia crystal. Full review of that will come soon as the stands arrive, basically. Then we got this, the perception filter key, made by my friend again, the Sonic Screwdriver editor. Absolutely fantastic. And of course, now I've got the intermediate, it means I can do this. Because the intermediate is what he uses to make those keys. So yeah, got two Tennant glasses. We've got the Void Stuff glasses there, which are basically just 3D glasses really, but still not in our universe. They're the void stuff glasses. And then I've got the glasses that Tennant wore throughout his era. These are the Magnoli, sorry. Can't read that, bloody hell. Clothes glasses. So yeah, pretty awesome. Great for the cosplay that I'll eventually hopefully be doing. I'm aiming to do a sort of doomsday kind of cosplay. So if anybody can help me with exactly what I need to wear for that, that'd be great. I know I've got the prop, I've got the wide slider for that, but I just need the actual outfit for those. But yeah. What else have we got that I did, to be fair, forget to show you earlier? We got the fob watch that does light up as well. Very inaccurate though, this one, but it was cheap, so what can you do? I'll get a better one eventually, one day. The Sonic Lance, I haven't done a video of this before, but it's very oversized for me personally. I'm hoping that LSP do a metal one. If you're watching, please let me know. I hope you do a metal one of these, because like I said in one of the previous videos, I'm not a massive fan of 3D printed plastic replicas in my collection, because they just remind me of toys too much. But hopefully you'll be doing a metal version of it, and that would be great. But it does light up, as you can see. But I'm hoping that, you know, it's a bit oversized as well. But yeah, that's the 6th Doctor's Sonic Lance. Still cool. And then to finish it off, well, the ones that I can get off the shelf anyway, is the TARDIS dematerialisation circuit from the 3 Doctors, I believe this one's from. I'm not really sure. All I know is that it's a demat circuit and it's awesome. So there you go. Pretty cool. But yeah, that finishes that segment off. Now we'll have a look at the ones that are on the shelf, and then that will conclude the video. Don't know how long it is yet, we'll see. Catch you in a bit. And here we go, guys. Everything on my shelf as they are, not moved. So, as you can see, we've got the spinning TARDIS there, which is awesome. Even better when it's lit up. 13th Doctor Sonic, the custard cream there, a certificate there, which, there you go, that looks better. The neural block. 12th Doctor Sonic with the certificate in the background. Crystal. The confession dial on its stand. Shark eaten. TARDIS self-destruct button. Well, it's just a Jammy Dodger, isn't it? Well, technically that isn't a Jammy Dodger. Jammy Dodgers are the ones with the love hearts in the middle, but yeah, they're like the cheap ones. Angel Statue of Liberty by Eagle Moss. Perception filter key. Chameleon arch. Tri-slider. Junoon scanner. Glasses. Tie. Wide slider. Void stuffed glasses. Sonic pen. Sonic lipstick. Series 4, rubber toe 10th, and then the anti-plastic there with the certificate in the background. A 1960s Dalek keyring. Let it be this crystal, TARDIS keys. That there is a button that I believe John Pertwee a ring, and that's basically what happened with that. There's another key there. Second Doctor Sonic. Pertwee 1 and the Pertwee 2 there. The case that the Pertwee 1 came in there, the unit case. The Fourth Doctor's with the multicoloured certificate in the background, a K9, some jelly babies, and then the Seventh Doctor TARDIS key, Seventh Doctor calling card, some more keys. There, all the other Sonics that you saw. The TARDIS tie, that's not accurate to the show, just thought I'd put that on display anyway. And then the DMAT circuit. And there we go, that's pretty much it. Oh, and then a little sneak peek of 2 awesome box sets there, Series 1 and Series 2. That is, of course, hopefully the camera will catch it, it's 3D lenticular, so shows you 2 images, and then there's the adipose. And then quickly we've got Christopher Eccleston's picture, David Tennant's picture there, and that one, if it will load properly there, that's Matt Smith's. And then that one there, the light's in the way, but Peter Capaldi. And there's myself with Whittaker. So yeah, there you go. So that's it, guys, that's the complete collection. So yeah, which what should we go for? What shall we go for? I think we'll go for something a bit unique this time. We'll go for this one. Have a lovely day, guys. Please like, comment and subscribe if you haven't done already. And keep sonicking.